I'm going to preview the 5 seed Oregon versus 4 seed Texas Tech football game, which is part of the college football playoff quarterfinals. It's at the Capital One Orange Bowl, which the game is located in Miami Gardens, Florida at Hard Rock Stadium. And I apologize for looking out because I cannot memorize all this stuff. And this point spread is pretty close. Oregon by 1.5. First, I'll go over records for both of these teams, and I would say they're both 12-1, respectively. While like 8-1 in the Big Ten for Oregon, their only loss was against Indiana, but that game was at home by 10 points. They obviously beat James Madison 51-34. I think the game is not as was not as close as the score implicated. They were up big, and they just allowed get backups in the game. Now Texas Tech, they're 12-1 on the year. They obviously beat BYU twice, and the only loss this year was on the road to Arizona State with Sam Levitt at quarterback. You got to keep that in mind. It was 26-22. They're 8-1 in the conference. I want to go over stats for both of these teams, both offensively, defensively, and go over a little bit of special teams as well. Give keys to the game and who do I think is going to win. And I expect this to be the best game on January 1st, by the way. I really do. Offensively, Oregon, I want to start with the lower seed here and with Oregon. They averaged 39.1 points per game while allowing 16.3. 296 first downs while allowing 205. 217.1 rushing yards per game while allowing 113.3. Yes, they have gone on before in some games. 251.9 passing yards per game while allowing 158.1. Time possession, 30 minutes, 25 seconds on offense, 29 minutes, 35 seconds by the defense. 48.4% on third down offensively, 155 attempts, like defensively, 35.1 on 188 attempts. 63.6% on fourth down on 22 attempts, 69.7% on fourth down on 33 attempts. I'll go over a little bit of special teams right before going over all that stuff. And the most commonly used kickers like 16 for 19 on field goals and 31 punts this year for 1,302 yards. Long is 58 yards, 5 of those above 50, 15 of those landing inside the 20-yard line. Now, tackles for loss, Oregon has 62 while allowing 45. 25 sacks on the year. That could be a problem against Texas Tech in this game. I'm not going to lie to you. On defense, while allowing 13 interceptions, 8 of those allowed, and 66 pass breakups while allowing 20. 51 quarterback hurries while allowing 17. 4 fumble recoveries, 3 of those by the other team. 3 block kicks this year and 1 safety while allowing none in either category. Now, Texas Tech, I would just say the Big 12 is not as good as the Big 10 in football. So maybe these numbers are a little bit skewed, but I don't think Texas Tech's that bad because I think they're really, really good. Obviously. 42.5 points per game while allowing, really 11 if you want to call it that, or 10.9. 308 first downs while allowing 180. 190.9 rushing yards per game while allowing 68.5. 289.4 passing yards per game while 185.9. Time possession, 30 minutes, 48 seconds by the offense, 29 minutes, 12 seconds by the defense. 50.5% on third down on 204 attempts, 30.6 on 196 attempts. 157.9% on fourth down on 19 attempts, while 29.4 by the defense allowed on 34 attempts. Go over special teams real fast. The most commonly used kickers 22 for 27. By the way, and long was 58 yards. 40 punts for the most commonly used kicker punter. One for 1,735 yards. Averaged 43.4. 61s long. 10 of those were above 50 yards. And 21 of those landed inside the 20-yard line. Now, 96 tackles for loss. 96 tackles for loss. 6 by the defense while allowing 69. 39 sacks on the year by the defense while allowing 23. So it's really a battle on the trenches there. 16 interceptions, 8 of those allowed, 57 pass breakups, 52 allowed, 65 quarterback hurries, 30 allowed, 15 fumble recoveries, 6 allowed, 4 block kicks this year, and 1 safety allowed on while we don't have anything. Obviously, whatever you did right last game, you got to bring in this game. Whatever you did wrong last game, you got to correct. After all, they could come back to haunt you in games like this. You don't want to end this for your seniors on the roster. I know there might be some questionable calls at times, but you got to be a mentally tougher team and make plays to win. You got to make adjustments on the fly, both offensively and defensively, not just from from first half to second half, but during the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. And maybe even overtime, if it gets there. If it does. You got to stay composed and try to get your fans involved while getting the other team's fans not involved as much as possible through making some positive plays for your respective teams. Special teams wise, I'm going to make it simple. Don't have special teams blunders. Don't allow big punt returns, kick returns to happen. You have good punts. Don't have blocked field goals or blocked extra points or even blocked punts, because you know that can make a difference in ball games. Now, defensively, it's pretty, and don't allow any big returns. Well, obviously, if you have some, that would really help your cause. Now, defensively, you got to create some pressure, got to create some havoc, and get forced turnovers. Got to be good on third down defense, fourth down defense if necessary. Red zone defense as well, and don't allow chunk plays as much as possible, like 20 yards or more. Whether it's through the air or on the ground, I don't care. It still doesn't really matter. Now, offensively, you got to take care of the ball, because the last thing you want to do is lose the turnover margin, because that could be the slightest difference in the game, as we all know. You got to be good on your third down offense, fourth down offense, red zone, because there's a difference between a field goal and 7 points at the very end of the day. I do think it's interesting that this is the first college football playoff game for Joey McGuire, while Dan Lanning's been in this position before, twice now. So, yeah, it's not a lot of experience in this type of game here in terms of the college football playoff. I mean, who do I think is going to really win this game? And I was torn on this game. I really was. I just think Texas Tech's great season is going to come to an end. And a nail biter. I just think Oregon is more battle tested than Texas Tech is. No offense to the Big 12. But they didn't push Tech all year, with the exception to Arizona State. Let's just be clear. I mean, yeah, Kansas State made it interesting for a little bit, but they won by 23 because of the fourth quarter. They just went crazy on them. And it was a tighter game against Utah until the fourth quarter. Then they blew them away, and their non-conference slate was cakewalk. So I just don't think that will help to prepare them for this type of moment. And I do think the quarterback edge goes to Oregon slightly. So I'm going to go with Oregon to win, but anybody's game here. And I believe both of these teams, whoever wins this game, is going to have an interesting time with possibly Indiana if they beat Alabama, of course. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like, subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 800 scores. Ultimate goal is 1,000 more some moment. The scores like video, comment video really helps YouTube algorithm. Some more people see it. Sharing the video does help as well. Some more people could watch. And if you're watching and not subscribe, hit subscribe button for the notification bell as well.